given their respective contracts, who would you rather have? Marcus Semien or Corey Seager? So this is 7 and 175 for a 31-year-old Marcus Semien, or 10 and 325 for essentially a 28-year-old Corey Seager. He turns 28 in April. So where are you with this? It's 3 years on $150 million less for Semien, but the contracts basically run fairly similarly when you consider how old are they going to be the last 2, 3, 4 years of the contract.
Yeah, this is really difficult for me. When the two signings took place, I thought it was a slam dunk. I'd rather have the Semien deal, even though I didn't like the Semien deal. Corey Seager's back and his health worry me immensely. So, I was out on a 10-year deal when they announced it. I don't like either of the contracts personally, but if you had to choose one, I would probably go with Corey Seager, just because it's a profile that can stay up the middle at least for another few years. And I think the lefty bat with the raw power can play at third base for quite a while, so long as he stays healthy. Semien, on the other hand, you might get 3 good years, 4 good years, but I do think the final 3 or 4 years of that deal are not going to look particularly strong. The track record for Semien isn't nearly as long as it has been for Corey Seager. I mean, if you take health out of the equation, and I know it's a big piece, Corey Seager has been a dynamic player since he entered the league. Marcus Semien has had a gangbusters 2019 and 2021. So I think because of the lefty bat, because of the raw power, the bat speed, the lineage, I think I would go with Corey Seager, but I'm not a particular fan of either of the deals.
Yeah, this one, while it is close, it was easy for me to land on Seager. You alluded to this. The bat plays pretty much everywhere, and I think it ages pretty well over the next several years. Now, the back issues that he's had, obviously the Rangers feel okay about it, and they probably have a plan for, hey, we're not going to play. You're not playing 155 games a year. You're going to play 130 at shortstop. You're going to play 15 at DH, and maybe you're going to get a game or two at first base, third base, and maybe they're going to start that sooner than later. Maybe they're not going to wait till he's 33 to start doing it. They're going to do it when he's 30. So when I look at that 325, it's a lot of money, but you're right. Semien's had 2 great seasons, and he's going to leave what are typically a player's prime years really early in that contract, being 31 years old already. And because I think Seager's bat is better and will age better than Semien's, it's not as important to me that he plays shortstop for very long. I'd give him, 2, 3, 4 years at shortstop, then start thinking about third base. And then late in his career, I'm not really all that worried about like years 8, 9, and 10 when he's 36, 37, 38 years old. If he can't play short, and maybe even he can't play third, can he play left? Can he play first base? Might the bat actually play at DH? I mean, folks sometimes, Joe, look at the DH spot and think, no, you have to mash. Like, that's the spot where you have to hit like 300 with 40, but you really don't. Like, he can be an average or better DH at 36 to 38 years old. I mean, look at what we're seeing Nelson Cruz do, late in his career. JD Martinez is headed to his mid-30s, and he's still pretty good. So, being the athlete that Corey Seager is, that's why I lean. I mean, he's 27 now. He's gonna be 28 in April. That's just a big advantage to me. He's got 3+ years on Semien and a lot of upside. So easy Seager for me, although it is fairly close. If you took a year from Semien's deal or added a year to Seager's deal, I might flip back the other way. But at the end of the day, I mean, I'm like this with a lot of things. It's really not about what it's costing you. It's about what you're getting back. If you pay $100 for something and you think it's worth $100, Hey, it's Jason Churchill. To get the full episode, as well as every other episode of the podcast, past and future, subscribe for as little as $5 per month by going to bit.ly/getthepod. That's bit.ly/getthepod, all one word. A link you can also find on my Twitter profile. Hey, thanks for checking out Baseball Things.